Good morning, guys, and welcome to the VWNUT channel. It is day 2 with Miss Daisy. This is Ruby in the garage. It's a little bit rainy outside, so Ruby will stay in the garage, but the wife went to the real job, and I'm going to do my job playing with cars today. So my plan is to maybe slide Miss Ruby over a little bit. I don't think she needs to be slid over too far. And we'll bring Miss Daisy here into the garage. She is still currently outside with her cover on her. So, good morning to the chickens. Patina's here somewhere. House cat still sleeping. But I'll go ahead and we'll get Miss Daisy uncovered with this car cover that kept her nice and waterproofs last night. And we'll get her in the garage, and I'll bring you guys back, and we'll go over what we're going to try to accomplish today. Alright, so you guys are set up right there. I'm going to hop in, hook up the battery, whack the key, we'll see what happens. Alright guys, now it's starting to look like the VWNUT garage. We just threw that brand new car right outside. I won't even care. So, here's where we're going to start today. My thought is I need to start with the metalwork. In order to get to the metalwork, I got to take all the parts out of it that may or may not catch on fire. So that's where I'm going to start. So we're going to take some PB Blaster and we're going to put it on the runners for the seats, and we're going to slide the front seats out, and we're going to get the carpet out of here and all the animal nests, and get everything right down to metal. We'll get the door pans out of here. We'll unbolt the back of that back seat. All the seats except for the driver can go in my basement, and they'll be fine there for a while. We'll get the door cards off. And as you can see, this here headliner was home for the animals, so there's no fixing that, and it's going to be an icky, nasty mess once I get in there. I think I'm going to do my own headliner in this, not because I don't want to put a Volkswagen headliner in there, just because I want to do something different. So we'll see how that goes. I have an idea, so all that can go into the garbage. And so we'll get started with some PB Blaster, and once I get the seats out, we'll take a look at what the carpet entails, and I'll bring you guys back and see you in a second. Alright guys, well, I found something interesting. I had never seen these intact before. It's air direction for the heat. It's an early pan, so I can only imagine that this was an early item. I don't know, but we have it on both sides. I've never seen it before. It's on both sides, and it's to direct the heat. I've had quite a few Volkswagens in my life, and that's the first ones I've ever seen. So we got the seats sprayed down. With a little bit of PB Blaster, we just sprayed down the track just to make my life easier. They both did move. I'm gonna have to unhook. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna have to unhook that spring. I'm not sure if there's one on the other side. There may be a tab over here on this one. No, we're too early for that. They should just slide right off. So we'll see what happens, and I'll get the first one out and bring you guys along for the second one. Alright guys, so the passenger seat came out without any problem. So I'll go over and we'll try and kick on the driver's seat a little bit, make sure that doesn't have a spring in it, and we'll get that out. And there is a spring, so go ahead and undo that. Undo the spring, take the seat out. I didn't mention earlier, but also the running boards are going to come off today, so I can see the heater channels and what needs repair and what parts to order. Only a number 2 pencil, probably actually lead, maybe. Hard saying. So that's a good find. We'll get this cleaned out. We'll get that back seat out of there. Take off the rear panels and start there, getting the carpet out and the vacuum over here. And I'll keep you guys along with me. Hey guys, so these are some of the fossils that I found in the car, some Volkswagen fossils. An old belt, in case you got an old oil can. Can never have too many rusty flathead screwdrivers. That's just what I've found so far. Back seat came out no problem. I took the crossbar out from right here for that holds the bottom of the back seat. So I'm going to vacuum first so that the carpet's not a mess. I'm going to put on a dust mask, and all the carpet, all the headliner, all needs to come out. Still got to take this door panel off. I'm trying to be careful with these because I think they'll clean up. And well, they'll clean up. There's no sense in not just taking them off of there. Alright guys, so I'll vacuum it, then we'll take a look at the condition of the carpet, and then I'm going to rip it out. Alright guys, well, the vacuum got most of the big stuff out, and so now we got to get the carpet out so we can see the metalwork. No surprises, really. Battery acid and animal piss. I think that's probably what did most of the damage to this car. As you can hear, I have a dust mask on because, well, you never know. So I'll get some of these pieces. Hey guys, I've been out here still for a while. Look at what time it is right there. And look who decided that they would get out of bed and come join us. That lockjaw would sure be helpful pulling out some of this carpet, but I don't think she could be taught to do that. We'll see. Alright guys, so I already started pulling down on this here headliner, and it started to get gross. So I thought I'd turn the camera on for the gross factor. It has gotta go. Alright guys, so I got most of the interior all cleaned out and vacuumed up, and I'll just take a look around and show you what I got. There's a huge hole here, but we knew that, and that's not a big deal. The heater channel has got some problems over there on the inside, probably also on the outside. When I get the running boards off, we'll take a look at that. I'm sure that it probably goes all the way through. It doesn't look like the car's ever been rolled over or in a real bad accident, at least in the rear. We'll be able to tell more in the trunk. Headliner came out fine. All the animals are evicted. I actually feel like I could climb in it and drive it now and it would be okay, except for the air conditioning. This heater channel up here looks like it's to be the worst part of it. It's pretty chewed, but they make all these parts. And pieces and pans and channels, and so it's just like putting a puzzle together right here. So we'll find out together, and I'm gonna get the running boards off today, and go get the plates for it. It's all registered. I just need to go pick up the plates, and then we'll move on to making the list of the metal pieces that we need to buy to replace. So I'm gonna call this one here. I'd like to thank you guys for coming by the VWNUT garage, and we'll see you on the next one. Alright guys, so it wasn't the end yet, but we're getting closer. I want to drain the fuel that's in here and give it a fresh 5. So I'm hooked up right here, running to my gas tank, gas can, and then I got the compressor up here. I'm gonna jack up the front end, and if I need to, I'll blow a little compressed air in there just to get her going. Should be alright. And thanks again for coming by the VWNUT garage. Alright guys, so compressed air wasn't necessary. I don't know if you can see or hear in there, but there is gas running into there from there. Just fine like. And the gas tank is getting empty. You know, I just jacked her up just a little bit. The wheel's still on the ground. So we'll let that drain and put a fresh 5 in it.